Hey babe.
Sasa?
Poa.
Good stuff.
Kwaje?
Iko poa?
Season 2.
Yay! Season 2.
I thank God for the far that we've come.
Sure.
So tumeingia kwa courtship.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about courtship. Thank God for the season that we've had.
Sure.
Yeah, season 1. And now we're here on season 2, talking about courtship, wedding plans,
Yes.
and now that the decision has been made to get married.
Yes.
What does that mean? What does it take?
Exactly.
Yeah, so welcome to our channel. If you have not yet subscribed, consider doing that now. Hit the subscription button.
Yeah.
And you shall be getting notified every time we post. But we post every Friday at 8 p.m. East African time. Yeah, so our story, back to our story.
Yeah.
So we decide, okay, this is it. We've had that fight.
Yeah.
Almost breaking up.
Yes.
Yeah, angry at you, but finally I reach out.
Yeah.
And we talk and we reconcile.
Yeah.
We reconcile just before the New Year's.
Yeah.
And after that, now we continue talking about the wedding.
Yes.
And so today we're going to talk about the things to discuss with your partner when you're now talking about the wedding.
Yeah.
Not even the wedding. How are we going to officiate this? How are we going to make this relationship official?
Okay.
Yeah, so we started now going deeper, having that conversation. You want to take it up?
Yeah, sure. Basically, if I take us back, is first of all where we were at. We were at our beliefs.
Yeah.
At our what molds us, what we call our our strength of our faith, and what to us who should be involved, before whom, all that thing. Yeah. But then also remembering that if I want to put up a timeline. Yeah, from the day I said I invited you, I asked you if we could start.
Kwanza he didn't propose. You didn't, those proposals?
That's classic.
Hey, classic.
Yeah.
No, you should, prepare a surprise proposal party.
No, that is too.
And then go down on your knees.
No, that's too bougie. You do you.
Yeah, you do you, but you have to consult with me also, so that you do what I like.
No.
So you didn't go down on one knee.
We'll talk about that later. I can do it now.
Ask me to marry you again.
No.
Why didn't you do that?
No, it's not me. That's not my style.
You're trying to get a girl to marry you. You don't do things your style. You ask her friends, what does she like? What's her style like? And then you prepare, a nice surprise in the bush. And I come there, I find a guy playing the violin. A dinner under the stars.
Dream.
Babe.
Yeah, that's what now.
We are not married. I can put demands.
No.
I can put demands.
Yeah, I might sleep on the couch. Yeah. Okay. I hear you.
We shall revisit.
Yes. I owe you.
You owe me.
Yeah,
good. Now you're in agreement.
Yes,
now you're talking.
Yes.
Now you can continue talking.
Now I can agree.
Yeah.
To do anything. Yeah. Yeah. So now the timeline. Put in the timeline from that day. What is ideal? Should be what I should throw out first.
Yeah, I think once you decide, now you've dated this person for this amount of time, maybe a year plus, and now you've started talking about officiating the relationship, making it official, and now moving in together, and working on becoming one, and as you become one. So I think it should not be beyond 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
2 years. Let me ask this question.
I think that should be the maximum.
2 years from when? From
2 years from the time you decide that, okay, we're going to make this official.
2 years.
So, say like you've dated.
Oh.
Yeah, you've dated. Because now there's the dating.
Yeah.
Dating season. And then there's courtship.
Yeah.
During courtship is when now you plan to officiate the wedding. Officiate the relationship.
2 years. Yeah, timeline. Actually, it could hit that 2 years. It's very, very likely.
Very likely.
Yeah. Or slightly lower. Slightly less. Maximum past that is a joyride.
Yeah, it should be. I mean, after you've met this person, probably you're dating, and you've dated for like a year or a year and a half.
Yeah, and then.
Yeah, then now you start talking about
the next step. Making it now. When do you see your parents? When do you see my parents? When do you see my family? Then that becomes an official now route.
Yeah. That's the 2 years I'm talking about.
Unless I know of a couple. My guy decides to approach this girl in the worship team together. But the girl tells him if he's ready to wait. Ask the guy is, hey, he knows this is what he wants. Say yes, wait. How long should I be waiting? The girl said, I want 4 years. Why 4 years?
You told us that story.
Yeah, why 4 years? The guy was like, it's because I have to go to college. You have to wait. Yeah, so my brother took 4 years. So I think these special cases.
Yeah. And so what is, there is the maximum, which is now dependent on, where someone is in life. Are they trying to
figure out?
Not to figure out if this is the right person. We've already crossed that bridge.
Line,
yeah, we've already crossed the bridge that it's actually you.
Yeah,
whatever it is that right now we are working on our becoming one.
Yes,
we are working now. The goal right now in this relationship is to get us together.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what we are working on.
Yes.
And even as we are working on now us becoming one, we're still learning one another.
Yeah,
we're still courting, we're still in a relationship.
Okay,
but there's a goal now. Remember, the goal in the dating is to know you. The goal in the dating was to know you, to know whether we are compatible, to know whether I actually want to spend more time with you. I actually want to give my life to you and spend it with you.
The way you're also vulnerable, and I can tell you're vulnerable enough to allow me into your life.
Yeah.
So it comes with that period. Yeah. What I was trying to see is when do you say what should be the right pointers? Taking me, let me take us back. The right pointers. Do you have a job? Do you have an income?
Yeah.
Can you handle a family? What comes first, the dating or when you're sure of these things?
I think the dating comes first, because you cannot get to courtship if you've not dated this person. So during dating, now that's when you ask. Remember asking the important questions?
During dating.
Yes, during dating. So now you're asking the important question. Ask, what do you do for a living? What do you do with your money? Do you have a budget? Do you have loans?
Okay. So we're talking about somebody already who has these things running already in their lives.
Yes.
Remembering that also we said God works with individuals. Even when you get married, God works with you as an individual. So this individual knows, and then remember we said also, when is the right time to date? Remember we answered that question. Is it do you start dating when you've just left high school? Do you start dating when you think you've become mature? Then we saw it's the best thing for you to, at that point when you just left school, high school, go to college. If just fresh after college, try get a job, or even another or advance your schooling before you come to the point where now you start dating. That's what they said. It has to be, the dating scene scenario or scene should be for people who can answer the question, are you ready to settle down?
Yes.
And those what answers to that is, how prepared are you?
Yes.
So now,
so you're not getting into dating because you need company, because you're bored. You're getting into dating because you are ready to settle.
Yes.
So that when you meet a person, you're not going to waste 3 years of your life with this person and then move on now to another person because this person is not marriage material.
Yes.
Like you're just here so that you pass time.
You can't pick it out. So that's what I was trying to answer this question. Then how long should the courtship be?
Yeah.
If already you've come in knowing you've answered all these questions, you've courted, you dated, and you've seen this, and he's proposed, the guy has proposed and asked if you can get married. So I propose, and you find out that after you say yes, after you've weighed all those, you've seen I am capable of many other things apart from just that proposal question. And then I ask for the proposal question, then you say yes. Now, what then should there be a long stay?
Yeah.
From that, yes. Unless now, family. Okay, now introduce to family. Introduce to important people, father, mother, if they're alive. Brothers, sisters, close friends. You guys start having like things, interest equal, interests that are like, they are like, that are alike. You start forming interest, you start forming new friendships, and so those would be. Then remember, for us, I had to answer this question. I was with my son Nate. He was just doing his class 8. My question I was asking was, will I destabilize him? Will he destabilize him with his exams? Because this was to answer. So my answer came that I need for him to have to finish the year, do his exams, then now introduce our planning for marriage the next year. Now this 2024. Remember? Again, we were just prepared. We were just preparing for a college, the Bible school. Bible school was coming, and it was a 4 months course. So we had also prepared for that. So it could have it was running all the way to the end of the year. So that was what was informing us. That's where we are at. So if these two are not there, I believe it could have been much faster.
Yes, which still was.
I'm saying with what we are looking at. He does his class 8. We finish the course. If they're not there, could have done earlier than that. So
so dynamics are different with each couple. So you look at what's happening in my life right now. Like for me, I was working away from Nairobi. And immediately I resigned. The plan was like immediately I resigned. I was going into Bible school. After Bible school, there are all these projects. There's the NGO and all these projects and ministry that I was looking into. Going full time in quotes to just be there for the work of the Lord, to just support the ministry and be there. So those were the plans. And now when I came in, you also had things running. You had just started a new job. Your son was just about to do his class
KCP,
8 exams. So we had all that. So we are looking at now we are ready to get married. What's happening in our lives? So now those things, when we talked about them, they determined the period of time we would have waited for us to get married. And so as we were looking at it, I think after he was to do his exam, we said now in January or February we start the introduction
to back home.
And we were giving it,
pretty much 3 months
dealing with the family, and then another 3 months dealing with the government. And as we were looking at all those months
Actually,
it was coming to what? Was it September?
yes, so
September of
this
2024.
year. Yes.
Yeah, we would have gotten married in September
Yeah.
2024.
Yeah.
Which I think it's very important.
It is,
It's
it
very
is.
important to go through that process.
It is.
Like, go through that process,
Yeah.
assess everything that's happening to your life.
Yes.
Because, like, I did not start living when I met you.
No.
Yeah, I had a life and I had a future and plans. So did you.
Yeah.
You had things going on in your life.
Yeah.
And now we want to merge. We want to come together and become one.
Yeah.
How is my becoming one affecting your life? And how is you becoming one with me and coming into my life going to affect my life?
Yeah.
Another important thing to look at is finances. Everything needs to be financed.
Yes.
And in our society, the man is the one who finances majority of whatever it entails to get married.
Yes.
You're gonna have to pay for the dowry. If that's the case with my family, you're gonna have to pay for the dowry. There are all these expenses that the man has to cover.
Yes.
And so that has to be looked into. Where are we going to be living? Like now, blended family, meaning you're going to be the breadwinner. You're going to be the one paying the bills.
Yes.
How are you going to do that?
Yeah.
And this now answers how we would spend the whole night talking on phone. Because I would give you my budget. Like, this is my monthly budget. This is how much I'm spending today. Now plus 2, it's going to be this much.
Yes.
This is going to be my monthly budget from the time we get married. So we looked at that budget. We looked at your budget, like what it entails. We brought that in and we looked at the entire budget. We looked at living. How are you going to be living? How are we going to pay rent? How many bedrooms are we going to rent? Where are we going to move to?
Schooling for the children.
Are we going to move the children from their current schools? And when we move them, how are they going to be going to school every day? Are we going to be paying for the school bus? There are all these questions because we did not want to be surprised when we get into the house and I'm telling you, hey, okay, school fees. And you're like, what do you mean school fees? You've been paying school fees before I got here. Why are you asking me for school fees? So we needed to talk about it then. And so these are all the things that need to be discussed during courtship.
Wow. It was.
During courtship.
Yes.
It was heavy. And even people who are single, without children, they still have these things to talk about. Where are you going to be staying? Where do you work? Probably both of you work. Maybe one. I know of a couple. Whose wife worked in Kikuyu, and I know of a guy whose wife worked in Rongai, and the guy's job was at Garden City, all the way on Thika Road.
Wow.
So you can imagine the distance between Rongai and Thika Road. Crazy, right? So these are the dynamics you need to look at. These are the things you need to look at, like where we both work. What is the central place that we can stay that is convenient for both of us?
True.
Who do we need to consider most when it comes to making this decision? So in that relationship, the both of them opted to buy a boda, a motorbike. They live in Rongai, where it's close for the lady. Because, like, if they would have moved elsewhere and they're looking at having a child in maybe a year, it meant that the wife would have, really gone through a lot commuting during that year, and then the time they're getting pregnant. So you don't only look at now, you project also into the future and think 1 year later and think, okay, now that you're saying we move midway, this is the amount of time I'll be spending on the road. And you're still telling me we're going to have a baby within the first year of our marriage or after the first year. I'm still going to need to commute when I'm pregnant. This route, it's going to be hectic for me. So for them, they decided to get a motorbike for the guy. So they lived somewhere the wife could walk to work. The wife could walk to work and the guy could ride the motorbike all the way to work. So that's how they solve that challenge.
Yeah.
So you see, if they did not discuss and looked at all the available options, it would have weighed the relationship down.
Yes.
Yeah. So there are things you talk about during courtship.
Yes.
So that when you get into marriage, it's not like you're fighting.
You don't leave it to chance.
You don't leave it to chance. Plus the two of you are for this relationship.
Yes, it's your team.
You're a team making this relationship work. So you isolate the challenges.
Yes.
You look at them from outside.
Yes.
Yeah, you look at them from outside. Look at the interest of the marriage.
Yes.
Like, this is what the marriage entails. This is what we want for our marriage. So how do we solve this issue? You isolate it, and you're not looking at it like, hey, you want us to go to, to move closer to your work. But you will be coming home not tired. I'm the one who needs to cook. Maybe you arrive. I mean, there are those dynamics you look at. It's not about you.
Yes.
It's about this unit,
Yes.
this marriage. So
yeah, I hear you.
So
yeah, and so we had that. We had the schooling for the child, my son.
Yeah.
You had you had the school for yourself, and also ministry is just quitting your job.
Yeah.
So we were to do September.
Yes.
So moving then now, I remember you left. Then you resigned.
Before I even resigned. Remember, we're talking all this, and now we decide, okay, let's start with introduction to the parents.
Okay.
Let's do it officially now, because they already know. They already know what's happening.
Was this remind me, jog my mind? Is this towards the marriage, or we had said we were going to do it in?
Yes, we had said we're doing it later, but we still wanted to introduce.
Okay.
We still wanted.
Yeah, because of the intentionality.
Yeah, because of the intentionality.
We meant for it to work.
Yes.
And to end up in marriage.
Yes.
Yes. I remember we opted to introduce parents.
Yes.
I remember it was me working out and introducing Nate to the idea.
Yeah.
He was in boarding school. Yeah. He was in boarding school. Yeah. And so I think we visited one time with you.
Yeah.
We visited him one time.
Yeah.
So that's the first time we met you. And then we left him in boarding school. And then I think we took him again. Later, when he got close to school, we took him. I remember the period when he was going through seeing a counselor and all that. And we took him to see a counselor. And then that's the day he learned about your children. They learned about Jay and Joy, and he wanted to meet Jay and Joy. Yet, remember, you were still saying that this is exclusively between me and you.
Yeah, we didn't want to, which is a good point that you brought up.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't want to bring in the children too quickly. Yeah, but it happened that they met.
Yes.
Yeah, they met.
It aligned itself.
Yeah,
it was so interesting because then to said, "Oh, I don't want to meet them."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, you want to meet them?" Yes, I don't. I think there was an incident that they called. J and J called. They called on the phone and they said some things.
Yeah.
There was something happened. They were doing some
cooking. Experiments.
And so Nate was amused.
Yeah.
And they wanted to meet them.
Yeah.
And then we came home. That's when the first time we came home with Nate. And he met them. We drove out. We had ice cream. And we left him at home. Then I brought you. So that was the first time. And then I remember his comment.
Yeah.
That I'll be the tallest.
Yeah, he'll be the tallest in the family.
Yeah. He was looking. Of course, he was looking at me and you.
Yeah. I'm not short.
Really? How short? Okay. Yeah. So this is it. So he was amused about that. Yeah. So and then we came to pick it up later when now we were to that part of where we went up. Did you meet our parents? My mom came for.
Yeah, she came when I came back. Remember, there's that time I came back for my leave. I think 1 week when that period when my phone was stolen. That same day when I came back is the same day you were traveling together with her to somewhere, and it so happened you were on the road, and I was on the road, and we looked at the timelines, and we would have arrived at my place at the same time. Both
You
of
were coming
us.
from
I was coming from
Amboseli
yeah, and so that's how it happened that we met.
in town, CBD.
No, in my house.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's that time your mom and your
And
brother
Jeff,
came,
yeah.
came to my house and we met. But I think now we had already spoken on phone. I had come to your home. You've taken me to your home. There's that night you did a sleepover there at your home.
In Nevasha?
Yeah.
Ah.
And we met her, and
And I know my mom, that's just to explain, she's not in the country, she lives in the US.
Yeah.
So she had come for one of those 3 months she comes home regularly, just to be with family. So she was to come and go back. Actually, she was coming majorly because of my small brother, Jeff, had gotten a baby girl. Our family, we are 3 boys, and the 3 boys from my mom's children, 3 boys. The 2 of us had children already, but none had a girl child. So our last born brother, Jeff, got a baby girl. So this really amused mom, so she had to come, or she left to the US to come and see the little girl, her namesake. Yeah. So that's why she was around. So she was actually just doing things she heard about you. She heard about, now Brian has I've gotten somebody in my life, and she's trying to remember the call she made the call she had been making as called by the other podcast, and now she wanted to put a face.
To this,
and she wanted to see what's all this about. So that's when we came. We came to see you at home, because you had come from work. So that's where it started. And that's so good enough. That day also Kate was here.
So all my children were home. And we all met together.
And then that's when now we are not yet arranged. We're not yet talked about marriage yet. I mean,
we're talking about marriage.
No, the July. Had we? So then take us back.
Yeah, because I remember when we met, your mom was asking me, even as we were talking, there were those questions that were coming from people. And the question was, why July? Why you guys rushing?
Okay.
Yeah.
Then maybe we need to go back to that point where you say July.
Yeah. So you want to take it up?
Just take it up.
Yeah, so we have said it's September 2024. And we already have all these things written down. And we've written even the budget that we will have when we move in together. So I talk to my pastor and tell my pastor, this is he has already met you and all that. So I'm sharing, saying, so we already have the month when we're going to get married, and it's September. And he asked why September, and for me I said it's because right now I don't think I am ready, and there are all these things I need to do. I need to go to Bible school, and I need to set up this NGO, and there are things I need to do. So I don't think I want to do this marriage right now. So he asked me, what is it that I think? How will the marriage? How will me getting marriage interfere with those plans? Don't I think that 2 are better than 1? That
very wise man.
That us getting married during, and us going, and me still going through the things that I need to do, I'm gonna be able to do much more. Like 2 are better than 1. That's what he said. And I was like, what? Okay. And I thought, well, maybe he's right. I'm thinking, a strong-willed woman, I'm gonna do this by myself. You're going to find me ready, And the questions he asked me, I was like, wow, he's right. and he asked, he said, I think July looks good.
Yeah.
And not those exact words, but he said something about July. He said something about July. And I was like, wow, okay. So when I called you, we talked, and I told you. I told you what the conversation we had.
Yes, you told me.
Yeah, and you were like, you were so excited.
Yes,
you were so excited.
Yes.
But we said, let's not talk about it to anyone. Let's pray about it and think over it. But by the following day,
we had already made our mind. Yeah.
Yeah, we have made our minds. But you started telling people you're getting married in July.
Is it the same time? Yes. Is this when did I post my first posting on this?
That's that time when I woke up in the morning.
Yeah.
You posted me
on Facebook.
Oh,
wait.
I was.
Do you know that status popped up when the memories of 1 year ago?
Yeah.
And it looked so right. Why? Because it had happened.
Yeah,
it was not.
I was so scared. I was like, I was not happy about it.
I know you are mad about it. It was engaged now.
Yeah.
And now that was so every time that the first time it hit a year as a memory, it came the same memory came, and I asked to share it. We already married.
Yes, we already.
So I'm like, oh, okay, this was good.
Yeah. So I'm waking up in the morning and I'm looking at Facebook. You've tagged me.
Yeah.
And there are 100 comments.
Yes.
That you posted.
This private kagal.
Yes. And you have posted me on Facebook, and everybody is there. Congratulations.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
no, I don't do this. I don't post in my relationship.
You are hungry. You're not happy.
Yeah, I wasn't.
So was not my family were not happy. No. They were not happy. They were like, "Ay, ube kimbia.
Hey,
you don't do that."
Hey, you were too excited.
I was confident what I wanted, and nobody could tell us confidence. But I knew myself that I wanted this. I was double sure that this is what I wanted, and I as his now. What do you call it?
When you look at it in hindsight.
History. Looking at it.
Yeah. It was. Looking at it later, like 1 week later, I cooled down, and I was like, okay. So if you're this confident in this relationship, okay, so let's push it.
I believe it had a very big impact. Very big impact.
Yeah.
To what was to happen later. I was very sooner. Sooner than more than later. What was to happen sooner than later? Because when now we mention the July to people, they could now nobody could have
We've already made this.
Nobody could ask you, how do you know this even? Do you know the girl? I've already posted this is my fiance, my fiance. Nobody could have challenged me. Do you know her? It showed that was already handled.
Yeah, true.
So it was in the past. So it was very important for that posting.
Yeah. So we dated for. Now here you're posting that we are engaged.
Yes.
The post was about engagement.
Yes.
That we have engaged.
Yeah.
So from the time we met, I think we started dating seriously in, I think, August.
That time of the
conference.
Not the open week.
Open week, August. So there's August, September, October, November, December, the big fight.
Yes.
And then this is around January.
Yes, 6 good months.
So we date for 6 months.
That's dating.
Yes.
And I've known you earlier, further on.
Yes, the coffees that.
Yeah, so it was good.
So there's that 6 months.
6 months, yeah.
Then, now here, this is happening now very quickly.
It was marathon. A sprint, not a marathon, a sprint.
Yeah. Now we decided, okay, this is it. We're going for it.
Yeah.
And this is the engagement.
Yeah.
So that's partly how the engagement happened. Facebook.
Have you ever seen such a... It beats helicopters.
We said you owe me.
It beats Mount Kenya.
Are we going back to that conversation?
Okay. It beats. I'm just saying it beats. It beats. Okay, so
So we decided we're getting married.
yeah.
So this July date has been introduced.
Yeah.
So now we have to go back to our notebooks.
Yeah.
To look at everything. So if
Yeah.
we're getting married in July, what does it mean?
Yeah.
How are we going to get married?
Yeah.
Where are we going to get money for a wedding?
Yeah.
Is it a wedding that we're doing?
Yeah.
How about we go to the AG? How about we just go to church?
Yeah,
and on
yeah,
Sunday,
messy.
Pastor announces
Yeah.
there are 2 people here. Just stand up now.
Yeah,
We finish that story.
Yeah, story
we
there.
kunywa
Yeah.
kahawa.
Yeah.
Story ishia hapo.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
we're looking at all these things.
Yeah.
This is very quickly.
Yes.
You know, we're in end of February,
Yes,
and we're getting married in July.
Yeah. So we have
we have
March,
3
April,
months.
May. Yeah.
March, April, May. 3 months to
Yeah.
plan a wedding.
May, June.
Yes.
Yeah.
3 months to do the dowry and
Yeah.
everything. Introduction on my side, introduction on your side,
Yeah.
to get a venue. And we need all this money. So we decide, this is how we're going to do this.
Yeah.
We're just going to do the introductions.
Yeah.
Then on Sunday morning or Friday evening, so we are looking at the day of the wedding, Friday evening or Sunday morning at
50 packs?
church.
50 packs?
Before we got there, that was compromise.
Yeah.
So us, we are like, no, we want something that costs nothing.
Yes.
Yeah, let's just go to church service on Sunday.
Yes.
And let's just have the pastor announce that
Yes.
there's something special happening.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll just have a cake to share.
Yeah.
After the sermon, pastor stand up, join these people, sign the marriage certificate,
Yeah.
eat a cake, go home.
Also the idea of the one was borrowing from somewhere I went after from the ceremony. The church does that. The pastor says they're married, man and wife. We go outside a small sitting area.
Yeah.
Some chicken wings, samosa, and tea.
And tea. When we started telling our people these things, they're like, "What do you mean?
Yeah.
Samosa, samosa,
And a chicken wing and
chicken wings." I had
and
even
a bun.
started looking at let's add a meat pie.
Yeah.
Let's meat pie.
Yeah.
How much is a meat pie?
I'll hit you.
60 bob.
Yeah.
If you're buying in bulk
Yeah.
for how many people are in our church,
Yeah.
this thing will finish with 10K. We're looking at all these options, and now our people are like,
but you understand what was happening. We're not the young.
Yeah, we're not like,
the young
excited about
brides
a
and the
wedding.
groom.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not. I mean, we don't need the pomp.
No.
But we don't need it.
No.
Yeah, it's very crazy. I remember telling my family. I remember thinking of going to tell your dad, your folks, that I'll see them after the for the rush.
Yeah.
Then my brother was like, "No, you can't do that." But anyway, my brother is wise.
Yeah, so we had all these options,
Yeah.
but none of our family members were buying
Buying
this.
this.
Yeah, so then we said, okay, fine. We'll accommodate you guys. We'll have a siblings wedding.
Yeah.
Bring your siblings. I bring my no cousins.
Yes.
Just siblings. If you have to choose a cousin, choose one.
Yeah.
Maybe 2, just one male, one female. Yeah.
So the pax was
30 people. It was
30.
coming to
50 yeah.
maximum.
Maximum.
And we settled for that. We even made a card.
Yeah.
Annie and Brian.
Yeah.
Private. Card only.
Aye. Come
Ceremony.
along with this. Come along
with this card.
Yeah,
If you
carry
don't
along.
come with this card,
Yeah.
you're going to be locked out.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, our people saw this thing, they were like, you people are crazy.
But you see, Annie, babe, me, I have been brought up whenever I was in the youth group and we were wedding off people back home, up country, Nevasha. We understood the most important person is the bride, the groom, and the pastor. Yes, those three.
Yeah.
And the wedding is done.
Yeah.
Those three are there, then you're okay. Yeah. And then, so that was when I was growing up. Then I came to, I used to go to church, before I came to join Kibali. We used to go to church. It's a big church, but a friend of mine, actually is one of the old friend. They did a wedding, but their they'd already gotten children, so they're living together. So now they're just coming to officiate it. It costed him so less because why? He tried calling. He wrote it. He asked if he can do a WhatsApp group. The wife told him, "I want to call a WhatsApp group for what? For the donations. Okay, you do that yourself and get married to yourself."
What?
That was the wife. So the guy asked the wife, "You mean that? You mean we work with what we have?" Yes. Why not?
Yeah.
So this is a big church with a big sanctuary with rooms, parents' rooms. There's a parent room. There's purple rooms. So some rooms.
Yeah.
They took a room, not a church. That's
what
was officiated in a room.
Where?
Officiated in a room. My guy did his best suit that he has.
Yeah.
And
in his closet.
In his closet.
Yeah.
What they bought new rubber shoes that was with the children because they had to look alike. The rubber shoes. Everything else was from the wardrobes. Nothing like decor, flowers. Yeah. So I was like, I've experienced both sides. When I was growing up, and now in reality, my guy is telling me I did it.
Yeah.
What is this pomp about? Yeah. So I was like, oh, it's doable.
Yeah.
I was zero feelings.
Yeah, me too. But man, in the end, we had to buy the family. We had to, go with the majority. So they were telling us, getting married, it's not only for you, it's also for the family. I mean, families want to come together. They want to enjoy this love.
My mom was very passionate. She was like, you can't, I'll not be that way. She had to go back to the US. Remember that period? So she was not even there for the wedding.
Yeah.
But she had left after we did the first rush. The rush we did, she was present in that one. So she was like, you know what, Brian, you have other mothers.
Yeah.
And you don't tell me, I'll tell your mothers.
You just got married.
Yes,
and they were not invited.
And they played in the so they played a very crucial part in the relation. Then you tell them that
they're not invited for the wedding.
Got married, and it was last week. I mean, what could I have told them?
Yeah.
Now when that came up, and the way I know they're my mothers. They're my mothers.
Yeah.
Practically, those people who have worked with family, and I was not going to do that. There's no way I was going to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
So we had to plan for a big wedding.
Big, yes.
Not big. I mean, had to
a
plan
wedding.
For a wedding.
Yeah, wedding.
So this was now turning out to be an event.
Yes.
It was turning out to be an event. It was not our original idea.
Yeah.
So meaning, you can come up with all these plans, ideas, but you have to consult family, you have to consult siblings, you have to make sure that you're not starting your marriage with the wrong foot with everybody else. Yeah. So there's a time I said here that when you're getting married to your person, you're not just getting married to them.
You're marrying the family.
Yeah, you're marrying them into the
community,
family. Yeah, community.
The church. All that.
Yeah. So not that you want them to accept you, but if they are willing to support.
Yes.
So there's that time a statement was made that you guys are refusing support.
Yes, refusing.
Yeah,
you're
refusing.
Yes, you want to organize your own
wedding. You want to get married.
You're
refusing to be supported.
Yeah.
So we had to just humble ourselves.
Yeah.
Accept help.
Yeah.
We accepted to be helped.
Yeah.
And in the end, we started now involving other people, and we planned a church wedding. And so we're going to end here right now today. When we come back next week, we're going to talk about the process.
Yes.
In Kenya, the process that you will go through when you want to get married in the church, either church or garden wedding. It doesn't. There are different requirements by the government and all that. So we will talk about it because we've gone through that. We'll talk about the process and what we had to go through in order to get that marriage officiated.
Awesome.
All right. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, no, awesome. We'll catch up with that and also catch up with from what framework of the mind that informs where you should go for your officiating.
For the officiating, sure. Well, all right. Thank you, everyone.
Yes.
Anyway, we have already crossed 1 year.
Yes, July 8th.
July 8th was our first anniversary. We had a beautiful day.
Candlelit, seafood.
Yeah, seafood. Under the stars.
Okay. Yeah, don't worry, baby. Baby, I love you.
Niseme.
Don't worry. See those things.
Which ones?
Okay, they're not say it here. Maybe you know.
What? Let's switch off the camera. You tell me to sleep.
Okay. All right. Ciao, guys. Okay.